Hello, everybody. It's your lovely host, Simone, and welcome back to I Was Thinking. Whoa, it's 2025. It's the new year. I feel like I should be more happy about that, but a lot has happened, and we're only 9 days into the new year, and America is just going downhill. But Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Hope you are doing well. So we're back like I promised. If you listened to our last episode, I said a lot of changes were going to happen into the new year. So to introduce the first change, I want to introduce Lala.
Hello, everyone. And Happy New Year.
Yes. So I had her as a guest a while ago, and we talked about, if you're a BTS fan, Jin coming home and J-Hope coming home. However, she's not here as a guest this time. Yes, I'm glad you had fun, because since you are back, you're not here as a guest. This is actually one of the new changes. You're here as my new co-host for this podcast.
Yay! You guys are permanently stuck with me now.
Yes, we are. I'm also permanently stuck with you, but it's okay. It's okay.
And look, we get along, so it works fine.
We do. You remind me a lot of Macy, and that must be the Capricorn in you. So
yeah. I listened back to that episode, and I'm like, yeah, me and Macy would probably get along pretty well. So, and I'm pretty sure it will happen later on where we'll have her as a guest, and we'll get to actually meet and talk. So,
and you both have Gemini partners, which is wild.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was kind of taken aback. I was all like, okay, you're clearly surrounding yourself with specific type of people.
I didn't realize I attract certain type of people, but I guess so. I don't know. I thought my friend group was more diverse than that.
Listen, it's okay. I just found out today. I literally made the count today. I am surrounded by 8 Geminis in my life. So it's been
they just love
very
you.
Fun. I know. My wife literally told me yesterday, she's all like, you know what? It's because you're the earth sign. You ground us. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah, don't put that on us. We're already stressed enough. I mean, I'm not a Capricorn, I'm a Taurus, but still, that's a different type of stress.
Sign. Yeah.
I know, but that's a different type of stress for me. So, but like, I get the bad rep of the earth signs. Not a lot of people like Tauruses.
See, I don't feel, well, you know what? It's probably because my second oldest sister is a Taurus, and like me and her get along very well, which is probably why I get along with you.
Probably.
So I don't know. I've never, like, every Taurus that I have met, I've never had a problem with. Like, you guys are very loving. It's just, I feel like we're really misunderstood, but at the same time, we open up to people that we're comfortable with. So if we're not comfortable with you, we're not going to open up.
Exactly. See, you get it. You understand.
I understand the struggle.
You do. But yes, so she is my new host now. If anyone's asking like what happened to Nafis, don't worry. It's not like one of those things where we got into drama. We're not friends anymore. I mean, real life just hit her, so she just couldn't dedicate her time to the podcast anymore, which is fine. So we wish her the best. I want to thank her for dedicating literally 4 years of her free time to do this with me. She was the first person to agree when I asked my friends, like what everyone was doing in the pandemic early on. Like, so like, does anyone want to start a podcast with me? Because I'm bored. And she said yes. So we wish her the best. And I told her if she ever wants to come back on as a guest, she's more than welcome to. So.
Yep. And cheers into the new changes and into the new year. We'll see how much fun we end up having, which I'm
hopefully
sure
positive.
Will be a lot. Listen, with BTS coming back together this year, that's the very positivity true. that I'm grabbing on and holding on to tight.
Pretty much.
Because the rest of the world, it just is what it is.
Yeah. Half of it's on fire, literally. Praying for all the people that lost their homes in LA. It's really sad. Half of it's freezing. We're still dealing with a lot of public shootings, praying for the people in New Orleans. It's like, I get upset and sad and tired of always having to say like praying for people, because it's like, this shouldn't be happening as frequently as it does. Praying for all of us January 20th. So, just
Yeah.
we got to do something for the little positivity. So,
Just
yes,
a little.
Lala, I'm with you. That's the only thing
Yep.
that's giving me hope right now is to see my man out of there. And I know he's more than ready to get out,
Oh, I
more than
can't
me.
wait.
So,
I can't wait. I can't wait for all of them to come out. Oh, and the day that Yoongi comes out will be like the final piece, just the final piece of all 7 of them being together.
yes, yes.
I'm so
Speaking of
excited.
BTS, just in case people didn't listen to the episode you were a guest on, if you want to do an introduction, you can say whatever you would like to say. Obviously, how we met, all that good stuff from your point of view
So
about
we
me.
met. Let's see. We met on Discord that we happen to get on that Shay, who was a previous guest on this show, was on. She created a Discord. That's where we met. And you know what? It's crazy how it's been a year already.
I know. Like, I'm honest. I'm going to be honest. And I know everyone else said it in the Discord. I'm surprised it didn't die like after 5 months.
I'm not.
Really? I'm also
not.
surprised
No.
at myself just because it's the first time I truly put myself. Yeah, it's the first time I truly put myself out there. And I was just like, it's very surprising because if you've known me like before the Discord, you would have been like, who is this chick? I'm being serious. And even a little bit
crazy.
now.
Well, I mean, but that's other situations, obviously. There's been so many changes. Obviously, we all got together, let's see, before, who was it? Before Namjoon, V, JK, and Jimin went in. So obviously there were still activities going on, and we just had so much to talk about. So
no, she started the Discord
people,
after.
leave the Discord.
We didn't start it until 2024 when they were all gone.
You're right. You're right.
TikTok. You're talking about TikTok.
I am talking about TikTok.
Because like technically, like how I knew about Shay and stuff, like because I put myself out there and like was making TikToks. That's how I met like her, Jen, Gina, and a bunch of other people too. Like we all became mutuals. Then like they would always go live together. I've never went on live. I mean, I joined them like a couple times, but so during that period, we were all just liking and commenting on our videos on TikTok. And then literally the beginning of 2024, because remember, we just celebrated the 1 year on the 4th.
Yep. Yeah. It's been a crazy ride. But I mean, at the same time, like it started off and right when we had the last one to go into the military. So we were all missing them. So we all band together, whether it was watching content together, whether it was like sharing new information for like the baby armies, because we do have a couple friends that had just become army too towards the end. So kind of throwing content at them. But overall, it's been really fun. And then I know we had this conversation where you're like, I feel like we didn't talk that much. And I'm like, oh, we did. We did. We would talk a lot within like the group. Whenever we'd have our little crazy, when we had our crazy spurts. And then after that, I think you had mentioned your podcast. And that's when I think I DM'd you. Because I went back and I was listening to like the current episode that you had dropped at that time. And I think I gave you like feedback or something like that. And then after that, we just started talking. But we did have conversations on the Discord.
We did. But you know what I think it also was? I think it's because you were asking about K-dramas. I shared my podcast with you so you can listen to when we did The Glory.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good show. I still think about that show sometimes.
It's really good.
It's so good, but it's also like one of those things where like it's sad to realize that that's how it is when it comes to like the bullying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And then just a little about me in case no one remembers. My biases in BTS are Yoongi, obviously, and JK. A little fun mixture right there. I know that. And trust me when I tell you, I tried to ignore JK to the best of my abilities. I accepted him as a wrecker.
If you don't understand why she said that, it's because I feel like a lot of people older than him say
Yep.
that. So
Yep.
obviously that gives away that Lala is older than me because I've said many, many times before I'm the same age as him. So
Yep. I am 34. I had to think about it because I just had a birthday. So,
it's okay. It's fine.
even though sometimes I don't, well, it's funny because my wife, I told her that I thought I was turning 35. She's all like, no, I'm a year older than you. So you're only going to be 34. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then I'm fine.
Oh my God, Lala.
Listen, I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. I literally stopped. I had to start figuring out how old was I probably after I turned 22. After I turned
I mean,
22, I couldn't keep it up.
that's fine because like, and maybe this is because of the pandemic. I feel like I'm just stunted at 23 because that's when it started. So, but Macy actually just had her birthday a couple days ago. So she just turned 28. So I'm about to turn 28 in a few months. And I'm like, I'm really at 28. I really didn't think I was going to see this number like anytime soon.
It sneaks up on you.
It really does. Because I had to text her and be like, Macy, we have like 2 more years until we're 30. When did you ever think we were going to be 30?
I mean, honestly, it really isn't that bad. And I don't want to sound like those people just because I'm 34, where it's like, oh, your 30s are your 20s. But honestly, it feels that way. Like I have more fun now than what I did when back in my 20s. Like whenever I sit back and I think about it, it was fine.
And we have
Nothing
a whole
crazy.
episode on that with my brother and his friends. If you want to go all the way back to 2020, it's called 20s versus 30s.
You
Gotta promote.
did. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna have to go
Yes.
back and listen to that just to hear some of the stuff you said.
I don't remember. Okay. I don't remember anything I said. Even after we do this and I edit and post, I'm probably not going to remember. That's how bad it is.
That's okay.
I like tune myself out for some reason so like I could actually do this.
It's okay. I'll remind you.
Okay.
I'll remind
thanks.
you.
The good things or the bad things? I just be making sure I try not to say too much wild shit, but
it'll probably be the wild shit that you end up saying that I'll probably bring up just to tease. Because, you know.
Yeah, I know. You love to
somehow.
tease me a lot.
Listen, I get to do that. I'm the older one. Gotta have fun somehow.
Yeah. Whatever. If y'all can't tell, this is just... If y'all can't tell, this is just a ramble episode again to warm Lala up for the podcast. You know,
and also,
get us into the new year.
Pretty much. And then that way you guys can get to know me a little bit more too. And getting to know a little bit of our friendship.
Exactly.
Hopefully a little bit more bickering to give some entertainment.
I don't feel like we bicker.
No, we just tend to tease each other. Just like how the whole, the day that you hit me up with the whole new jeans and you were like, girl, you are getting really heated by this conversation. I was like, I am, and I don't know why.
Where you're getting a little too heated. And I was like, Lala, calm down. It's okay. Breathe, go drink some water.
And I told her, I was like, you know what? It's so funny because I literally just told myself that, like, I'm getting way too heated, way too early in the morning for this.
Also, don't be surprised if you hear Lala call me Simi on this podcast. If you've heard Gina on here, she calls me that all the time. It's just a nickname that Gina came up with on the Discord. So.
Was it?
She just started calling me that. So, yeah.
I thought that was something you told us that we can call you.
No, she just started calling me that. And then everyone just started calling me that.
Well, there you go. I learned something new. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I thought because like everyone was doing it, I was like, oh, okay, this is what she prefers to be called.
No, because it's like not my username. It's like part in my username because like I didn't really get nicknames when I was growing up. I don't remember. I think I had an old friend who actually said that to me at first. And I was like, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Like I've never heard that before. So like on like gaming stuff, I'm not a gamer, but like on mobile games, I would just use that username. So I don't remember if when I joined the Discord, I used that like username, but I had spelt it differently. But the way you guys call it, like call me, and the way it's spelled, it's because of Gina. So I don't know
Ah,
why. I don't remember why. I think it's just because of my username.
that and also because you have the tag of the little one from
Yeah.
Shay. Shay like bestowed that on you. So
Even though I'm not the youngest in it, but that's fine, I guess.
no, in the entire Discord, we do have someone younger.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just stuck. But I was gonna actually just like it feels so weird saying Simone. So, but I was like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I can't call her Simi on the podcast. I'm gonna just call her Simone because that's how you always introduce yourself on the podcast from the other episodes that I've listened to. So
At this point, I don't care. I'm just letting you know just in case you slip up, because I'm sure you'll slip up. So at least I'm not telling you to call me my
no,
first name, which I don't know if I've ever said what my first name's on this podcast, and I'm probably not going to. So if you don't
no,
know what
but
my
I
first
know
name
it.
is, I'll tell you after. Okay. I couldn't
No, I
remember if you
know.
did or not.
No, I do. I do.
Yeah.
And I was so thrown off when you told me. I can't remember how we had that conversation, whether it was just you and me or if it was with you, me, Gina in Gina's little corner room. I think we were having that conversation and I was just like, that's your first name. I was so thrown off that day. I was like, I feel like this is all a lie.
Oh my God. Everyone literally tells me that when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
The looks they give me. And then I would have friends like I've had for years, and then I would say that, and then they would just be like, why didn't you tell me that? I'm like, I mean, it's not important. Obviously, I don't like to be called that name.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, okay. That's fine then. I forgive her.
Yeah, it's not even that I don't like to be called that name, because I get called that name now at work. Because I know when I started working at the hotel, I try to get them to call me Simone, but they were all a bunch of older white women. So I'm just like, just
Yep.
forget it. You're not going to remember. So now when I work, people call me my first name. But the only reason I truly started going by Simone was because when I was in elementary school, obviously that's a common name. So like there was another girl with that name. And so my teacher was getting our paperwork confused. So I don't remember if it was my idea or my parents' idea, like my dad, to tell my teacher to just call me by my middle name. And it just kind of stuck. So at least all through school. Yeah, I went through, or I've been called Simone, especially too. Like I said, I've been in other classes where other girls had that name. So it just made it easier.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't care about saying this on the podcast. So my legal name is Guadalupe, and I've been traumatized where it's all like, if I hear that name, it's because either my mom or my dad are yelling at me. So I don't like being called that. I prefer Lupe. And so every time I've ever started a job, I would always try to make sure that everyone called me Lupe. And I would even get the IT people, like if it had to have your full name in the work email, I would tell them, can you just shorten it to Lupe? I'm like, because I don't want the confusion of it being Guadalupe, but everyone's calling me Lupe. So yeah, that's how that goes. So I get it.
So where did Lala come from, if you don't mind?
No, that's fine. So that's actually a family nickname. My youngest niece couldn't say Tia Lupe, and so she would say Tia Lala. And ever since then, that just stuck. So even my oldest sister, to this day, anytime she introduces me to anybody, it's like, oh, this is my sister Lala. Like they don't even give my government name at all.
Okay, because I was wondering, because yeah, because like when I first met you, like, okay, I know this is not her real name, but I'm just gonna go with it. So because I'm pretty sure I cannot pronounce her actual name, but I'm also glad you're on here because you're gonna be teaching me some Spanish. So I'm gonna be fluent by the end of 2025. I'm just saying. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to rack my brain trying to pick back up the Korean that I kind of abandoned. It's so funny seeing all the tweets of people be like, so guys, how much money did you save and how much Korean you learned before BTS came back? And I'm like, shut up. Okay. I am a grown working adult with responsibilities and bills. Leave me alone. However, I felt vindicated when Hobie was on his live, like when he just discharged and said the same thing about English. I'm like, see, He understands. They understand.
Yep. Listen, we still have translators that we can depend on. So it's all good.
They ain't the best, but we have thankfully still translators online that we can depend on, like Korean actual translators.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I'm basically talking about.
Okay, I thought you meant like if you go on Weverse, like those translations and stuff.
No. Yeah, I'm talking about like our Twitter army translators.
Yeah,
because those are the ones that I've run into. Yep. Oh, absolutely. Complete backbone right there.
Truly.
Yeah, that's what and it's funny too because I was supposed to learn Korean too. I told myself I would learn Korean or at least like a lot of the basics before they came back.
I do a study group, so if you ever want to join.
I know. The times never really work because, well, they used to be around this time today.
We changed them to Fridays now.
Yeah. So we'll have to see.
At 7.
Eastern time?
Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can jump in. I always try, but it just never worked out. So.
Fine. Just let me know.
I know where it's at in the Discord.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys in there like towards the end. I was like, shoot, that was today. I was like, it's fine. It's fine.
Fine. By the end, I'm so tired. Be like, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with me also like going to school and stuff, like I don't have the brain capacity right now. And I think that's true. Like with having this podcast and everything, like I think that might have to take a big like pause.
So I have another co-host that's going to school, guys, just to let you know. I also can't get away from that. So it's fine though. Get your education on. Make that
Macy goes to school?
No, Nafis was going to school pretty much the whole time. Yeah, we did the podcast to get her master's. So she finally got it, I think last year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn, you really do surround yourself with specific people.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or insult. So we're going to.
No.
Oh my God. I am so sorry. This is happening live right now. They literally just announced the tour. They just announced Toby's tour.
No, they did not. No,
Why?
Hold on. I just got it right now. I just got it. Oh God. Okay, first off, you know what? Since we're talking about this, I have a huge problem.
Wait, you're gonna have to give me a minute, Lala, because I happened to look at my phone and all I saw was Hope on the stage. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, y'all are hearing me like crash out, have a meltdown right now.
Oh my God. And here we go.
All I can do is laugh. I'm like crying and I'm laughing. I am like crying. My chest is beating so fast. Not like I could probably go, but like, are you serious? Is this just Korea right now? But it's still the fact that they announced it.
Yeah.
So they're going to announce US later.
Yeah, this is only for Seoul.
It doesn't matter because I know the announcement for the others are coming.
Yep.
Go ahead and talk about it while I try to calm down.
I have to admit, because I'm pretty sure everyone's going to know this by now, that there was already rumors. TikTok had...
You're a BTS fan. Sorry. Again, I don't know if our listeners are K-pop like
fans.
I know some of them are and some of them aren't. So if you're a BTS fan, if you're a K-pop listener, sorry to interrupt you. Keep going, Paula.
No, you're fine. It's not, sorry, it wasn't TikTok. It was Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster decided to basically drop in J-Hope's artist page, that he was going to go on tour. And it had the dates for the US tour. And I don't know where, obviously, that started dropping. And I can't remember. It was Ticketmaster. It was a Hong Kong Ella, I think is how you pronounce, magazine that dropped it on Instagram. And there was some other like big platform that also dropped that information.
Interpark, which apparently is a Korean website where they buy concert tickets.
Okay. So all of that got basically leaked. And as much as everyone got excited, it's one of those things where, like, if the artists themselves or if Weavers is it announcing it, it shouldn't have been like thrown out there into the internet. And so many people, I've seen so many creators that were sharing the information, and obviously the repost, people making videos, and it just reacting to that information. And it just kind of throws, I don't know, I feel like the artists work so hard to do their music, to do, to plan their tour, for them to it just being leaked out that way without an official announcement. It just seems like something that gets ripped away from people. Like right now, the fact that obviously Simone did the correct reaction, and I'm just kind of like, okay, because that's something I already knew was kind of coming because it was already leaked. So it's kind of like, I'm still excited. I'm 100% still excited, and I will probably try to go. Not gonna lie, because it's Hobie.
It's also the timing, because I'm so used to them announcing stuff like Korean Standard Time midnight. But like you said, because of the leaks, there was actually supposed to be, I guess, announced on January 8th, because it gave the information of like the Weavers information was going to be like for pre-sales and all that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be January 8th.
Yeah, January 8th, and start that night. And also, I'm just letting you know, in the Discord, one of our friend Rose, she actually posted a poster. So it's not just Seoul. There's a poster of everywhere he's going.
Oh God.
So it's Seoul, United States, which are unfortunately the places that were in the leak. And there's another date for Los Angeles. So there was just one date in the leak, but there's 2 dates. Look like he's also going to Manila, Japan, Singapore,
Mexico City,
Indonesia, Bangkok. Yeah, so he's doing like a world tour.
Oh my goodness.
Where do you see Mexico City? Oh, I see it. Never mind. Oh, that wasn't in the leak. I don't remember.
That was not on the leak.
No, it wasn't. Barclays was, Chicago was, San Antonio was. There. What else was? I feel like there was something else in the leak in replace of Mexico City. Sorry, y'all. This might be the whole podcast episode. Just saying.
Listen, that's Oakland, fine. This just dropped, so.
Yeah, Oakland was there. And like I said, Los Angeles, although they had one date that we kept talking about, but there's 2 dates. I'm gonna have to check what everyone's talking about later. Do I still have a picture of the league? Because I'm not gonna lie, because I use Twitter a lot. I don't interact, but I still go on there a lot. That's where I first saw it. And I saw a lot of big accounts posting it on Ticketmaster. And I myself went on Ticketmaster to check, but I didn't want to like post it because it didn't seem like, I was like, why is this on here before an official announcement? So I went to Gina, we were going back and forth, like if this was real or not. And then Caitlin also had to, be her eyes, because she has really good eyes of reading stuff, and be like, this doesn't seem right, this and that. So yeah, that's how I knew it was like, oh, okay. So, because even they're not, the wording for some things were weird.
Yeah, it was. So apparently I got another notification, and due to the large scale wildfires in California and their resulting impact on the region, the detailed notice for the North America tour will be announced at a later date. We kindly ask for your understanding, which absolutely, with everything that's going on.
Okay, yeah, it's the same dates. It's just Mexico City wasn't on here. That's interesting.
So my question is, because again, I will be most likely going. Listen, I went to Yoongi's concert. I will
have fun, because I wasn't able to go to Yoongi's concert either. So now I don't know if I can go to this one. And I just posted it on TikTok from the episode I recorded with Macy when I said there was rumors of him going on tour. I don't know if I can go because of money, which sucks, because Hobie's music is the most, as far as individual like members, like their solo music, I listen to the most, because he was my bias record for the longest time when I joined, until I became like just a Namjoon bias and like OT6 records, all of them. So I don't care if that's not a thing. It's a thing for me. So
Oh, it's a thing for me too. My
But
God,
yeah,
he's going
so
everywhere.
but no, that makes sense because the fires truly burnt down a lot of LA. Like
It's
I've been
crazy
seeing
to
a lot
me
of
that, yeah, it's crazy to me that he's going to Mexico City March 23rd and then going to San Antonio March 26th. That's how many? 3 days of travel?
I mean, is it not in the same facility? How far is New Mexico or Mexico City? Am I saying that right? I'm sorry. I'm still very
Mexico City?
flustered. So, like, I just can't. Yeah. One of
You know
those.
what? I'm going to find out right now because.
Because that's in New Mexico, correct? Or is that in actual Mexico? No, that's. I sound so dumb right now. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. I need to see this. I need to see this like on a map. So if you hear me clicking in the background, you don't.
No, like, please actually answer my question because I don't know. I know I sound dumb, but.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't even think.
You're just going to make me search this up, aren't you? Okay. Wow.
No, it
How
is
we
in
have
Mexico.
phones. It's in actual Mexico. You know, that's very funny because we always make a joke that Gina works for Hybe because she actually been saying, because I don't know if
She's,
you know this,
yeah.
but huh?
Hobie is really big with the Latinas.
He's huge. Okay. I don't think I've met a Latin person who's into BTS that does not love Hobie Down. So she was actually predicting he may go somewhere like either Mexico or South America. And the fact that he is going to Mexico City is why we keep saying she works for Hybe. However, Gina, you did not predict Florida because we have you know what? I'm not going to get into it. It's fine. It's fine. I've already given up that hope ever since the pandemic. 2020 was my chance in Orlando and pandemic. So it's just not going to happen again. So if I just want to see them, I have to go out of Florida. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I just have to ask one question, and I'm hoping that someone from like Hybe or something is listening to this. Why in the world would you guys make concerts on a Monday and a Tuesday night?
Because they don't think we got real jobs.
We're paying your guys' bills somehow.
It's also one of those things where, like, I'm going to be honest, like, sometimes I do feel like K-pop companies take advantage of us in the States because I don't know why everyone thinks we're so rich over here where we're really not. A lot of us are struggling paycheck to paycheck, but it's because, you know, we want to see them because they don't come over here so much. We are willing to drop like coins and they know that. So it's just like, that is one thing that annoys me.
I will say this though, I will give them the benefit of the doubt because it's not cheap to do. It's not,
and I know they there was a new visa, I think, last year that got passed that makes it even more expensive to come over here. So I understand.
So, and I guess
like it.
This would be a good moment for me to say, like, my background is in accounting. So I'm not necessarily going to defend companies, Hybe, Big Hit, or anything like that. But I do tend to be a little bit more understanding of like the financial side because that's what I do. So there's certain things where I'm all like, it sucks, but this is why. Like, you know, this and this kind of adds up. This is wild. And to think that we caught this while we're recording this episode. Oh my God.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we recorded today. Now people can actually hear the crazy fan that I try to suppress so much.
I don't know why you try to suppress it, girl. Let it out.
Listen, reasons, trauma. We don't have to get into all that anyway. Again, it's like I'm excited. I'm excited for him because I never thought Yoongi would ever do a solo tour for himself. So proud of him for doing that. Again, still really sad I could not go. But like I had always thought if any member was going to do a solo tour, it was going to be Hobie. And
really?
I always thought that. No, out of all the members, I'm like, he's the only one I can see that actually wants to do a solo tour if the group like gets a chance. I don't see Namjoon doing that. He's the type of artist to drop music and want to go.
You know who I put my money on that would do a solo, and if he had the time, he would have, is JK.
I don't know
because he was doing He was doing shows in New York, though.
Yes, but just because from the behind the scene things, I kind of see JK as kind of like a Jimin now. When it comes to a tour, I feel like they want to be with the members too much, and Jimin has said that openly. Like I think he said that in the Festa dinner. Like he's not a solo artist; he's a member of a group. And just because we know, JK has been with them since he was a child, grew up with them, so it's like he did a lot for his solo endeavors, but like when it comes to something like that, I don't see him wanting to do that. Because I remember my TikTok days, I was already getting annoyed and making videos of telling people to leave that man alone before he even decided to make Golden. If he just wanted to be up in his house and watch TV and go on live with us, like let him do it. He's been working since he was 14, 15.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't know. I just feel like he would, only because of the fact that he would get to see Army.
Yes, but for some reason, I just feel like he would want to do that with his members.
Yeah.
Especially since it's, Army, BTS. But that's just me. I don't know because don't know him personally. So I definitely don't see Taeyong doing a solo tour at all.
I think for me, it was only because of the whole like Morning America and the literally last minute like mini concert that he did in New York City, where I was all like, you know what, he probably would. But at the same time, if you really remember J-Hope, when they did the background of what he did Lollapalooza, he was very nervous.
Yeah.
He was very nervous. He even admitted that he wasn't eating and sleeping very well because of how nervous he was, because he was the only one on that stage versus having all 7 members together.
Yeah. And obviously we knew Jimin had to come and like be like, eat. So
I'm really wondering, and I really hope, and again, if someone from like Big Hit or Hive is listening to this, I'm hoping that...
I don't know why you keep saying that, because I actually keep saying, like, I hope they don't. So don't put that on us, Lala.
Why?
Because...
Let us. How
Lala,
are we going to get...
If I ever get any indication, if I get any indication of something I said and a member says something that's related to something I said, I'm coming after you. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay,
I will take responsibility.
To Chicago and coming after you.
I am 100%. I will go ahead and take responsibility for that. It's okay. I'm okay with
putting that out in the universe. God,
I am putting it out in the universe, because if they're listening, that means we've made it bigger, and that's the goal for this, is it not? Eventually, someone from any of the artists of any of groups and stuff like that, even some of the other like actors and actresses might listen in.
Yes, it's the goal, but at the same time, it's like when you actually get to that point where you really sit down and think about it. And again, the type of person that I am and how shy I am, I'm kind of just been like, Simone, why? What possessed you to do this? What were you thinking? You know you're a homebody. You don't go nowhere.
Who says we have to go anywhere?
I mean, I feel like that would be the point of getting big. I mean, if we're going to get to the point where we be interviewing some of them, then fly us out. You know, my delusion be running wild sometime. I'm not going to lie. So, because that'd be scaring me. I'd be like, like, what if we actually do, this is our year, we blow up and like somehow like we get flown out and like interview people. And it's just like, why?
I think it'd be a good thing, though, because we would both be very respectful about it.
Well, obviously. And again,
we would be
like
asking
I said,
the actual most important questions, not the repeated questions that you always constantly hear from here in the US.
But like I said, sometimes I don't be remembering what I say, Lala. And I feel like there was a point, especially in the beginning, I was getting a little spicy. So who knows? Who knows?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll throw it out in the universe. And if it ends up happening, you can go ahead and, you can yell at me.
I hope you're not one of those people who, like, when you manifest, it actually comes true. So, and I feel I don't know. I feel like you have that energy, and now it's scaring me.
I mean, I was the one that would always bring RM to you. Remember how I would always tag you on videos of RM, and then the next thing we know is he would go ahead and post on Instagram?
That's true.
And you would literally tell me, like, you need to keep doing this so I can keep getting, like, information from RM himself.
You have scary witch powers, Lala.
I do.
Are you a witch?
I mean, I do practice, so there's that.
See, that's what I mean. See, I knew it. Anyway, let's move on because, so yeah, guys, Hobie tour. Sad it didn't go the way he probably wanted it to go with the leaks and stuff.
Can I just say,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I would love to be a fly in that conference room with all those heads turning for the leak.
I just
or
don't
the
know
miscommunication, whichever.
I think it was more of a miscommunication thing because like a lot of people have been talking about online and we talked about it too. You know, they went through that period of mourning because of the tragic plane crash that happened. So obviously because of that, a lot of like things dealing with entertainment, because me and Gina had to look it up. What does a period of mourning means? Like, does it mean all types of work stops for the week or just certain things? So she said it's only like when it comes to celebration, entertainment, out of respect, things like that. So like people obviously are still working. You still got regular workers in Hive, you know, doing the accounting, the interns, phone calls, all that. So it's like they were still able to do that during that time. And something just was miscommunicated about like, hey, we have to push this back because of the mourning. So, because I mean, obviously all this was way before the fires that are happening in LA for when they give us an update for that. But yeah, I just think there's something got lost. Someone just didn't call the people they needed to, or even maybe the people that needed to answer the phones didn't answer the phones. It could be that too, you know?
That's true. Either way, something happened.
Or ignored, or the message wasn't pushed through. So
something happened. So I just went back and realized that because you know how Card, the K-pop group Card, they had to postpone their US tour that they were doing in 2024.
Is it around the same time?
Yes, it is. It's the
my God.
It's the Friday before the 2 concerts that he's going to be having. So it looks like I might have a long weekend.
In Chicago?
Mm-hmm. I just had to check that right now. I was like, oh, shoot, wait a minute. I need to look at something. Yeah. The Card concert in Chicago is happening March 14th, which is on a Friday. And Hobie's concert is the 17th and the 18th, which is a Monday and a Tuesday.
Like, I really want to go really badly. And I just, yeah. It's fine now. It's fine. I'll
throw it out there in the air for you. Out there in the universe for you. It's just crazy though, because that's like almost 2 months from now?
And he's going all the way till June. He's keeping himself occupied until the rest of the members come back.
Until the members come back. Absolutely.
Oh, you know what I just noticed? No European dates.
Oh. So wait, hold on. Is this in order? It is in order. April, May, till June 1st. Yep. So that way he's back at home for when the guys.
And I said that. I said if he's going to do a tour, he's going to do it before all the members come back. Because when they all come back, it's just going to be group focused, especially since it's like a whole reunion thing. It's also the 10th anniversary of the most beautiful moment in life when they really started gaining popularity. So like I knew this was going to happen. I kept repeating, if he does a tour, it's going to be before they get released. And no one wanted to believe me.
Proof we all knew he was going to do a tour.
Yes, but everyone was thinking like it was going to be a spring going into summer. And I'm like, no, guys, it's going to be before summer.
And then heading into
Let me be right, Lala. Okay, just let me be right.
No, you are. You are 100% right. Like I knew it was coming. Like again, that was something that I did foresee as well. My only question is I'm wondering if Jin's gonna come along with him. Even if it's like a whole Jimin situation where he just has a member with him.
I don't think so. I only think maybe probably in some of the Asian stops, he'll come, maybe do like what Jimin did and saw Yoongi at like New York. Jin can probably do that. He's probably going to obviously see him at Seoul, but I don't think he's going to like join him on the tour.
We'll see what happens.
I feel like they would have advertised that.
Well, no. Like, I don't necessarily mean like Jin coming on stage.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll show up at certain stops, like give him courage. I don't think he's going to tour with him.
Part of me kind of hopes he does, only because of, well, then again, who knows? Because I mean, they've been to the military, so
yeah, and I think Hobie has hopefully learned since Hobie Palooza, and I feel like he talked about that in the Weavers magazine. So I do think he mentally prepared himself to make sure he's going to take care of himself better, obviously, because this is a lot more stops and dates than I thought it was going to be.
I'm
just in general.
That's my thing. That's my concern, especially because like Yoongi, how many stops was Yoongi?
I feel like Yoongi's was more spaced out though, because I feel like he like did America and then took a couple months break and then went to Asia and then more months break and then finish it off in Seoul.
Yep. He has them like, not, I don't want to say back to back, but he has them very close together. And again, with it being one member versus 7 members and you're doing all of it, like we saw what happened with Yoongi. He got sick throughout the tour. So I'm more concerned about like Hobie's health. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone put the good energy out there in the universe that man stays healthy throughout this entire tour.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just because the others are occupied, but it's like, guys, I promise you could have sold out stadiums. I'm just saying.
Yes. I don't understand why they do that either. Actually, you know what? Hold on. He is doing the all-stater. Oh my God. Hobie.
Oh, he just posted something about LA and the fires. This man is the sweetest thing. I can't. He posted it in Korean and English.
I have a feeling that that's the reason why they didn't announce this tour yesterday, because of everything that's going on here, especially because he's coming here to the US.
That could be a possibility too. I wouldn't be surprised if that's also a possibility, besides pushing things back for the morning they just had, but that would make sense. Like I said, LA is very devastated right now. So,
and we do, unfortunately, and this is, my condolences to everyone out there that has lost family members.
Yeah.
Because there has been like deaths. So,
yeah, because again, it's not even just all America, but LA specifically. It's like, when you think of that, what do you think of? You think of like influencers, you think of celebrities, like everyone's rich out there, when that's not the case, especially when this fire affected a lot of homes of like low income people and people of color and those type of neighborhoods. Because I even said, I think on this podcast, when I went to LA for DLA, I think I did tell Brianna, I was like, because I've never been to LA before, like, that was a moment my like rose colored glasses kind of came off, just kind of seeing, the poverty of like the city. Also, I don't know how this fire is going to affect, because another reason too why, besides a lot of other things, the poverty was so high in LA is because they've been trying to build all these stadiums to hold the Olympics in 2026.
Are we hosting?
I think so. I could have sworn.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. Or if like, now I'm afraid, unfortunately, they're going to try to like build these things over these homes. Like, I don't know.
That's going to misplace a lot of people. And a lot of people already have lost so much.
Yeah. Being in these homes for like generations upon generations being passed down.
Oh my goodness. It's going to be a wild ride, but here you go. Here's, more positivity getting thrown in here for 2025. There's a lot of artists, a lot of K-pop groups that are going on tour this year.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? And not even just K-pop, even Western artists, because we got Kendrick Lamar. Who else announced?
You keep up
Um,
with Western artists more than I do, like that. So,
The
do you know that
Weekend.
girl group Flow that I like, who is a UK girl group? I think they're also coming to the States to do a tour. I feel like they are. Yeah, after they dropped their last album, so they're touring.
Yeah. There's a lot of tours happening this year. Like you guys need you artists, y'all need to slow it down. Take a nap.
Also,
Something.
people, just stay safe when you go to these concerts. I don't want to be that person, but I'm gonna be that person. We're still dealing with a lot of like sickness. Like we still got COVID. I think the norovirus has been getting bad lately, and we have the threat of bird flu now. So
Yep. And with it being so close and then these weathers that we're getting,
yeah. So
keep
also
it
just be
safe.
careful, guys.
Dress warmly. I know a lot of us like to dress up cute and stuff like that, but just try to make sure that you guys can stay warm if you're somewhere in the cold. Obviously, in March over here, it's still cold. And
Don't let
chances
anyone
of,
shame you if you
yeah,
want to wear a mask. I'm just
yep,
saying. You can make it cute
absolutely.
too if you want. Make it with your outfit, decorate it. But don't let anyone
Should
shame you if you want to, because you're in a large crowd like that and you feel uncomfortable.
I should have worn a mask when I went to see 17. I got sick afterwards. I thought I
If
lost my
I,
voice just because of all the screaming I did.
oh, but you actually got sick.
I got sick. Yeah. Soon after I realized, I was like, oh, I'm sick. Okay.
If I do luckily end up going to see Hobie, I probably might actually wear one. I'm keeping up with the news to see how things are going. Again, COVID's still a threat. I've been lucky enough to never have to caught it. I'm knocking on my desk right now because it's made of wood. Um, but still, I mean, you just never know.
Makes two of us.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Cause I never got COVID either. And I don't even think my wife never got COVID either.
I mean, it's truly is a rare thing to say. So my dad had
Mm-hmm.
it, but it's before we knew what COVID was. So he was one of those people that was getting sick like before, and we
Like
just
in
didn't know what it
December or
was.
so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've seen so many people. Oh, craziness, craziness.
Okay, so like our plans of talking kind of derailed, and we've been here for a while. So is there anything else you wanted to say before we get out of here?
No, I think I'm good right now. I need to start figuring out what's going to happen with this. What are the rules and regulations? Obviously, we have to wait until they actually drop the information for the US tour. Let me just say, I am very happy that they're doing a code because I don't even know if you know this. Well, you probably did. But for 17, the pre-sale code was your membership number.
Oh, that's
So
new.
everyone was able to do it. Unlike Yoongi, you had to sign up, for the
And you
pre-sale
got a
code
code.
and you got an actual specific code. Um, I'm
That's why I
hoping
couldn't
that they
go
do the
because I didn't
same.
get a code. I wasn't able to get tickets,
Oh,
and his tour sold out during pre-sale, so
yep.
never was able to go on a general sale. So
Yeah. And I'm hoping that they do the same thing with Hobie where they do actual codes,
let
which I'm
me
pretty sure they
also
will.
let me renew my membership before I forget because that thing expired a while ago. So. And I should have been
Yeah.
prepared. I listen, adult responsibilities, bills. I'm saying all this, and again, I'm like sitting here like I probably can't go, and my brain is telling me to make every bad financial decision so you can go. I don't even know what stops I want to try to go to, what I can even afford. I can even afford to get the tickets. Like a lot's going on in my brain right now, and I was
Listen, we'll
already
all work
tired to
together.
begin with.
We'll all work together. There's a whole group of us in Discord, so.
That's true. It can be like when I went to go see ATs.
Mm-hmm.
God, every time I keep looking at this poster, I'm about to cry. Like, I'm not even joking.
It's so exciting. I'm so excited for him. Oh, he did so well at Lollapalooza. Okay, so I guess another quick note. Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. So I actually was able to go to Hobie Palooza. That was the first time I got to see him. I have yet to go to an actual BTS concert because by the time I became ARMY, it was before COVID had started. And so it was that tour that got canceled.
You weren't able to try to go to Permission to Dance in 2021?
Not around that time. I wasn't able to make it. Around that time is when my mom was having her health issues. So
gotcha. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can't say the same because obviously I've made episodes. I've seen the group twice, once at Speak Yourself tour at MetLife. And it was like literally right. I was surprised I was able to get in to go like see them because it was like a couple months after I started becoming a fan. So I was like, man, this is quick. And usually for me, that's why I'm surprised I'm still in this game. Like if I really start to like an artist and once I go see them in concert, that's when I start like calming down and sometimes like not really caring about them or like listening to them that much. But apparently BTS did the opposite for me. Like I'm stuck here. I want to be technical. I've technically seen them 3 times. So when I went to go see them for the Speak Yourself tour, I had also gotten lucky and gotten tickets to go see them during Good Morning America. So basically did that both around my birthday.
Nice.
Best birthday present. I know. Which is also funny too, because that was around the time TXT just debuted and they were coming to Orlando. And I was actually going to go see them until BTS announced tour. I'm like, never mind. Yeah, no. Sorry, guys. I'm sure you'll be great in the future, which they are. And then obviously Permission to Dance. But I've never got to see any of them solo, which again sucks, especially since it's 2 members of the rap line, because like I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like I'm more rap line based heavy. So I'm telling you, I cried when I couldn't go see Yugi. I'm so sad I could not sit there and just rap along to Augusty. I to this day.
It's really funny. His show was so good. And my wife went with me. And when we left, she literally said, she's all like, that was such a great show. Like he did such a good show. Like she enjoyed it. Obviously, she's not much of a K-pop fan, but hey, she's with someone that is, so she respects it. And obviously, she doesn't like me going alone to places, so she went with me. Obviously, that was before we all got to know each other. And it's funny because Shay and Sen also went the same day I went to the August Day concert.
Oh, that's
so had
funny.
we known each other, we probably would have like hung out or tried to go together. But also, I got such good seats. So I probably would have still gone with just the wife.
You need that. You need a supportive K-pop partner. Well, someone who's not into K-pop but supports you in your obsession.
Oh, she does.
Maybe I might try to go to Chicago. That would be only to like maybe see you or something. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
We'll see. Fingers crossed.
The only places I'm looking at is Chicago or California. But again, with the fires, you don't know what's going to happen with that.
Gina just texted me. She's freaking out.
She's been blowing up my phone. I will get to her when we stop recording.
I just got a text from her.
I know. Again, she's freaking out. Our Hobie bias over here. Because me and her were literally talking about this not even like 5 hours ago. So,
and even in Discord, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Even a few hours ago. So, yeah.
Okay, we can be on here for another hour. So let's go ahead and like start wrapping this up. Yes, we have a lot coming for the podcast. We're going to be consistent. I promise. Lala's going to keep me, make sure I'm doing what I need to do, all that good stuff. Excited to have her as a co-host now. So we're going to have lots of fun, especially after our conversation today. This is going to be so much fun.
It is going to be so much fun. Keep an eye on some of the socials. I will most likely be handling some of the socials. So I might just throw a couple things out there in between our postings, because this episode will not get posted until the 23rd. So
No,
most
this is supposed to
likely.
get posted next week.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yes.
23rd is the next
16th.
time we record.
Yes. You are absolutely correct. My little dot was in the wrong side.
It's fine. Telling all these people
So-
our schedule and everything. It's okay, though.
Hey, it's okay. So you'll most likely see me in between our recording sessions, going onto the socials and probably bring up some conversations, start talking to some of our audience, getting to hopefully know some of our audience.
If they talk back to us, you know, we've been doing this for 4 years and it's been radio silence. Although I keep meaning to do this. There was one person, and I forgot your handle, if you didn't want me to say your handle, who actually did email us. It was about the Stray Kids episode, and they said their favorite song was also Venom. So thank you for the one person who actually emailed us in the 4 years. It's fine, though. Don't be shy, guys. I promise we're nice. I'm saying this lovingly, even if it comes out sounding threatening, I promise. Okay. You can just email us, or like Lala said, just talk to us on social media. Talk to her on social media. We're going to be cleaning up our social media too. We got to find places to be. So yes, that will be coming soon as well.
Yeah.
And then rip to TikTok as well. So
Yep. That's what I was going to bring up next. We'll have to wait and see what happens, because there's a possibility that might get delayed, at least from what I'm rumor.
Well, now today, the new update was if the Supreme Court don't hear them out, they're going to shut down the whole thing. So I don't even know if there's going to be a delay anymore. It seems like it's either listen to us or not even just like keep the app and it just won't update anymore. It seems like they're just going to delete it on the US side. So that was the new update I saw before we started recording.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Wherever we can, we will have it posted, most likely on Instagram, because that's, I think, the next platform that we tend to post of our episodes.
Yes.
So either way, follow the socials or email us, and don't be shy. I'll say it nicer.
Thank you, Lala.
There's got to be a balance.
I am tired. I'm frantic after that announcement that I wasn't expecting. Because again, I'm. This might be the Taurus in me. I am used to y'all posting at midnight Korean Standard Time, and you posted at like 9 in the morning. Like, you threw me off here. Okay,
listen,
I was just thrown off a little.
Give them a little bit of grace, because information got leaked. So
I know. That's why I'm not too upset, but I was just thrown off. I'm just saying. Okay.
All right. Well, for now, we'll start saying our little goodbyes. Hopefully everyone is doing great. And if you're freaking out, just remember to take a few deep breaths. It's okay. Everything will work out. I will put the good energy out there that everyone that's listening gets to, go to Hobie's concert. That's going to be one hell of a concert to go to.
That's why I want to go so badly. Oh my God. I have to find a way to go. I don't care. I need to see him so badly.
We'll figure something out.
Okay. Well, yes, you can follow us at least right now on Instagram at I Was Thinking Pod. You can email us at iwasthinkingpod@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate it the highest ratings, and just rate this podcast in general the highest ratings, whatever platform you're listening on. If you listen on Spotify, you can now comment on episodes. So let us know if we're also freaking out like I was. I think that's pretty much it. Can't really shout out too many socials because, like I said, we're doing some changes. So yeah.
As soon as we get that cleaned up, but yeah.
Yeah, so look out for more of us in 2025. I've been Simone. That's been Lala. And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.